Why do we assume a random occurrence will happen more or less frequently, if it has already occurred multiple times? Our notion that past occurrences of a particular type of event have an impact on the likelihood of random occurrences happening in the future is known as the gambler's fallacy. Where is this bias present? Think about this example. Jane enjoys playing blackjack and is a competent player. She has, however, been on a losing run for a few days. In her many years of experience, Jane has had a few losing streaks, and she's discovered a pattern. They generally come to an end on her fifth visit to the casino. She usually breaks the pattern and she wins big. Jane is on her fifth day of a losing streak, therefore, she enters the casino grinning, and she is very confident that today is her day. After many hours and numerous blackjack games, Jane still comes out at a loss. She suffers a significant financial loss. Jane ponders how this is possible. The fifth day is always her day to win. Gambler's fallacy was the cause of Jane's optimism that she would win big at the casino that day, and the disappointment that followed her unanticipated defeat. Jane had a trend in her past gambling experience that made her think that she had a good chance of winning at blackjack. The issue is that there is no causal link between the two. The extent of her previous losses gives us no idea if she could actually end her losing streak. Never take decisions based on your bias. Have you noticed, the majority of us work and live in a setting that isn't ideal for making wise decisions? We collaborate with businesses of all sizes to pinpoint the causes of cognitive bias and create specialized remedies. Using the gambler's fallacy as a guideline can result in poor choices. Understanding the causal connection between a future event and previous events is important for making well-informed decisions. In other words, we make a connection between the past and the future in terms of events. They are considered to be the root reasons or omens of how the future will pan out. When the two occurrences are really connected causally, this is a smart practice. For instance, it is logical to predict that it will rain when we see storm clouds in the sky, at which point we will carry an umbrella. Storm clouds and rain are causally coupled, therefore history suggests that they are reliable predictors of one another. But when two occurrences are not causally connected, despite our perception that they are, this might be troublesome. This is because we are relying on misleading information to make decisions about an upcoming event. Following is a flawed probabilistic outlook and a lack of understanding of the actual reasons for the occurrence. Consider an investor who evaluates her track record of performance as a sign of the chance that her future investment would also end up being a success. There is no guarantee that her track record will guarantee her future success. She can overestimate her chances of success and neglect to thoroughly examine her assets for accurate predictors of their future value, because she incorrectly believes that the future will follow in the footsteps of the past. Why does it occur? The gambler's fallacy has its roots in our propensity to believe that if a random occurrence has happened frequently in the past, it will happen more or less frequently in the future. We carry out this for several reasons. One of them is the dislike we have for randomness. Thus, we attempt to explain and make sense of arbitrary events by rationalizing them. We attempt to interpret chance occurrences. Chance is the cause of a random event. It is unexpected as a result. Although most of us find it uncomfortable, other people find this to be exhilarating. Wrapping this up, it should be pretty obvious by now that you don't need to be a gambler or go to a casino to be affected by the gambler's fallacy. When determining the likelihood of a future event by examining similar historical events, it can happen to any of us. In both our professional and personal lives, we are frequently swayed by the gambler's fallacy. We must acknowledge the causal independence of the relevant events to mitigate the effects of this cognitive bias. This isn't always simple, especially if we have a personal stake in it. Consider the reasons you believe a past occurrence has some influence on a future one, and evaluate them in a way that doesn't give them undue weight. That is all about gambler's fallacy. Do like, share and subscribe to our channel.